A very good evening, welcome to this program. I would like to tell you that doesn't matter the situation that you are facing, there is a God that is bigger than every problem. You know, this program is made by God to give you the chance to change your life. Because sometimes you are there watching me, and by coincidence or not, you found us on this program, and you are there thinking to end your life because you don't know what to do. You have been knocking at many doors, you have been trying many ways to solve your problem, but the doors are closed. Stay with us because you're going to see this testimony of this young girl that she became depressed with the age of 18 after her mother has passed away. And because of that depression, her life became a deep of hell. You know, she started having other type of problems and she just went downhill until one day that her life changed. And the same way that the life of this young girl changed, your life can change too. If you'd like to give us a call, you can call us on 08612 1255. If you'd like to talk to us, if you'd like to receive a prayer, if you'd like to have a word, to talk to someone that sometimes faced the problem that you are facing right now. Sometimes you think like this, I cannot talk about my problems to anyone because nobody will understand me. But I'm here to tell you that people can understand because we have in our lines people who were depressed, that faced the problems that you are facing today, and they overcame. In the same way that they overcame, you overcome too. Watch this testimony and we'll be back with you.
Depression for me is when you don't feel like doing anything, when you don't want to be alone, want to be with someone. Otherwise, when you're alone, you feel sad. You don't want to get up in the mornings. You don't feel like doing anything. You kind of just want to lay around everywhere. That's what depression is to me. What made me depressed was when I lost my mom. I lost my mom due to cancer when I was 18. Everything, I just felt like I was at the bottom, at the very bottom of what I could possibly get because she was who I depended on. I felt empty, I felt sad. I just felt like the world was ending for me. What made me depressed was when I lost my mom. I lost my mom due to cancer when I was 18. Everything, I just felt like I was at the bottom, at the very bottom of what I could possibly get because she was who I depended on. I felt empty, I felt sad. I just felt like the world was ending for me. I honestly didn't think I would ever feel better from that. I used to cry myself to sleep all the time when I was going through that. All I wanted to do was sleep, and because I had this void, I attempted to fill the void through a marriage. I got married very young, just a year later after my mom passed away, and that only brought on more problems. We used to fight all the time. It wasn't just verbally, a lot of the times it was physical. It got to the point where when we used to live at our apartment complex, several times, not just once, the police would show up thinking there was abuse going on because of how loud the bangs were, the screaming, and the neighbors would report it. So that wasn't just once, it was several times. After we had a fight, all I would do was cry. I didn't know what there was to do. All I knew, my only method was to cry and to wait for Thursday night to come around when the clubs were open, and I would go to clubs, I would drink. It wasn't just one or two, it was 4, 5, 6, whatever it took at the time so that I would feel better. I would drink anything they would give me to drink, really. And then I would start doing that from Thursday. I would do that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday would come around and I would have to wait all over again until Thursday came around so that I could start doing that all over again. But the fights never ended. I ended up losing my job. I then eventually had another job, and then I lost that job as well. And due to losing that job, I ended up having more problems in my marriage. for financial reasons. So I felt worthless. I felt like I couldn't do anything right. I felt sad. The depression was just getting worse and worse. I always was known as a happy person. People used to always tell me all the time that I must have a really good life because I was always smiling. I was always kind of masking what I really felt, and I didn't like for people to ask me what I was going through because I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about what I was going through to anybody. I just wanted to keep that to myself and just cry really because I didn't feel like anybody had the answer for me. The first day that I came to the Universal Church, it was on a Friday. It was the day of liberation. So the pastor actually came up to me during the liberation prayer, and he prayed for me, and every single thing he prayed for was exactly what I was feeling. So I remember I just cried and cried and cried a lot. That was like my moment of venting at that point. I mean, it was just a cry that I couldn't stop because he knew, it's as if he knew what I was going through. On the first day that I came to the church, I felt peace. I felt light. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulder. I began going Mondays to seek for my financial life, Wednesdays to seek for myself because I really needed to take that depression out. I started going Fridays so that I could get liberated from all the problems I was having, and then I would go Sundays, just pray for everything that was going on in my life, and I began doing that for several months. I overcame depression little by little. I just kept coming to church. I was seeking of God more, and everything started getting better. I was feeling peace inside of me. Now I'm actually a physical therapist. I have a career. Everything just started going up from there. I didn't have a house at the time. I always lived with family members, and now I have my own house. I drive a Mercedes. Everything has just gotten so much better. Regardless, of the trials and tribulations that I face every day, I'm always happy. I'm always at peace because I know where God took me out from. I know that He's always there to help me overcome the problems, and I'm always happy.
We are back with you, and you see that there is solution for your problem. You saw this testimony. You saw how this young girl come out of this problem. And the same thing can happen in your life. You are not watching us by coincidence. You are watching us because there is a God who wants to change your life for once and for all. Sometimes medication is not being helping you. Sometimes treatment has not been helping you. And we are not here telling you that you should stop doing treatment. No, on contrary, we advise you to go to the doctor. We advise you to go to all the treatments that they give you. But there are things that only God can do. And the situation of this young girl, you saw that only God was able to heal her. If you'd like more information, you can visit us on Friday. Friday at 7 p.m. in this special treatment for depression. For all people who are depressed. Doesn't matter your condition, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your nationality. If you are depressed and you need help, visit us in our UCKG Help Center in Stockholm, Birger Jarlsgatan 106. If you'd like more information, you can visit our website www.uckg.se or send us a private message here on Facebook. It was a pleasure to be with you. Have a good night. We'll be back with you next time. Bye-bye.